Hello and welcome to a chilly Ann Arbor day. It's Sunday. It is Game 3 of the weekend series between your Michigan Wolverines softball team and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. My name's Kelin, Flynn. Alongside me, Coby Segal. Coby, it's a little chilly today, but that will not keep us from being outside here at the Hutch and bringing you all live coverage of this contest.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're outside, but it is a beautiful, sunny day, few clouds, and, of course, you get to watch Lauren Derkowski pitch today.
Derkowski from the circle. Billy Andrews, the first batter due up for Nebraska. First pitch is away and off the plate for ball one. Billy Andrews, a Nebraska native, standing in the right-handed batter's box. Will now await the 1-0 from Derkowski.
One of the more dangerous hitters in the entire country.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count moves to 1-1. Andrews, an everyday starter for Nebraska. 380 hitter on the season. 15 home runs, 36 RBIs. Both tallies lead that Cornhuskers team. The 1-1 misses. Count is now 1-2. Coby, Michigan's going to get the most dangerous bat in the order at the top of the order. Senior shortstop Billy Andrews. Here's the 2-1. Check swing, called strike anyways. 2-2 now to the shortstop Andrews.
Derkowski knows she needs to mix up her pitches, mix of fastballs and off speed.
Here's the 2-2 from Derkowski. Just misses there. Maize and Blue faithful thought they were going to get the call from home plate umpire Joe Havenhill. Count is now 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Derkowski. Swung on and fouled up and over the netting.
This is probably going to be the battle to watch of the day. Michigan's best pitcher versus Nebraska's best hitter. What a way to start it off.
This series has been a ton of fun. 2 one-run wins for Michigan in games 1 and 2. Here's the payoff pitch again, chopped foul.
Yeah, Michigan back-to-back one-run wins. Of course, Ava Costales with the walk-off on Friday. Yesterday, Kiki Thole with a big 3-run homer.
Here's the full count pitch from Derkowski, and Billy Andrews takes first base for free on ball 4. The senior works a walk in her first at-bat. Another close call, but it's one runner on for Nebraska with Sydney Gray due up, another senior.
Yeah, the top of this lineup is where the thump comes from.
Second on the team with 10 home runs on the season. First pitch is swung on and lifted just short of our spot for strike one. Outside of the press box today, a little full in there, so WCBN got moved outside. We didn't want to be right next to the BTN Plus broadcast. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes, throw to second is in time! Lily Valamont guns down Billy Andrews for out number 1.
Wow, Lily Valamont, that's the first time Billy Andrews has been thrown out on the bases this season. Just a tremendous throw.
One down, 1-1 to Gray, and that's line to third. Erickson fields it cleanly over to first for the out.
Maddie Erickson, once she winds up, as automatic as it gets.
So 2 down now brings up Emerson Cope, the freshman designated player from Topeka, Kansas. Another righty digs in against Derkowski. Takes ball 1 to start. A little bit of action to open up.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the top of the first. 1 out to Cope. Off speed, gets behind Valamont. Derkowski missed on that one. Uncharacteristic of the Michigan ace.
Yeah, just lost it there after a rise ball that was, or fastball that was a little too high.
2-0 now to Cope. Here's the pitch from Derkowski. Line foul down the third base line. And Cope, a 5'11 freshman coming in to the game today, batting an even .300. Has gotten a little more play as the season's gone on, only making her 14th start of the season, 19th appearance. Here's the 2-1. Off speed, freezes Cope. Count moves to 2-2.
Yeah, and the off speed, second pitch of the at-bat, lost it there, just pounds it in for a strike. She's at her best, and she can throw those off-speed pitches in there for strikes.
2-2 to Cope, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swung on and line to third, gloved by Erickson, over to first for the out. How about that? Maddie Erickson at the hot corner making a couple of nice plays, and that will end the top of the first. Michigan bats due up next. It's Sealer, Langford, and Erickson. You're tuned in to Michigan softball here on WCBN Sports. And Coby, we're not going anywhere.
No.
A fun top of the frame there to open up play here at a matinee Sunday afternoon softball game. Some action going on across the way at Ray Fisher. Michigan baseball in Game 3 of a weekend series against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan won Game 1 of that series 4-0. Kurt Barr and Jacob Denner were tremendous on the hill for Michigan. And then the Wolverines got shelled in Game 2, 16-1. Rubber match to take the series here today.
And we were both at that game.
We were. That was
yesterday.
A long game to get through. I'll leave it at that.
For Nebraska, it's going to be Kaylin Kinney. Senior is pitched a lot of innings so far, 127 2/3, 4.06 ERA.
And a hush came over the crowd as we had a junior PA announcer come up to introduce the leadoff woman from Michigan, Ellie Sealer. And you were just talking about her, Coby, and the year she's been having.
Yeah, I mean, at the top of the order, no better.
Here's the first pitch to Sealer. Takes for strike one. Kaylin Kinney in the circle for Nebraska. 4.06 ERA, 15-11 on the year. Here's the 0-1 to Sealer. Sealer swings and drops that one into center field for a base hit. Great piece of hitting for Sealer to start off the contest at the plate for Michigan.
Yeah, just right away, tacking Kaylin Kinney and just getting on base. What a way to start. But for Kaylin Kinney, she's struggled giving up home runs this season more than usual, so that's something to watch.
First pitch to Langford, lays down a beautiful bunt throw to first, not in time. Indiana Langford showing off the speed, and that is something we have seen a lot of this season, Coby. Indy Langford getting on base, playing that small ball style, lays down an unbelievable bunt that just makes its way a couple feet down the line, and Langford just able to beat out the throw to first.
You could not roll a more perfect bunt.
Maddie Erickson, the sophomore third baseman, now digs in for Michigan with 2 ducks on the pond.
Yeah, Maddie Erickson and Kiki Thole, the two most dangerous hitters in this lineup back-to-back.
Busy day at the ballpark here at the Hutch, where Michigan is undefeated on the season, a perfect 12-0 in conference play. Here's the 1-0 to Erickson, swung on it, popped just into foul territory, but an easy grab at first base for Bella Bacon.
And she'd be upset about that one. She just got under it, just missed it for a little pop-up.
So 1 down, 2 on for Michigan. Kiki Thole, the senior first baseman today, will step up to the dish. Kinney takes a look at the wristband, rocks back, winds and fires away. Misses low that time, and plenty of speed on the base paths for Michigan in Sealer and Langford. Thole slings the bat over her shoulder. Kinney steps onto the rubber, takes a peek at the wristband again. Will now check back in with her catcher Ava Breadwell, and delivers an off-speed pitch for a strike.
And by the positioning of the outfielders, you can see that they are about either on the warning track or a couple feet from the warning track. They respect the power of Kiki Thole.
That's absolutely right, Coby. Infield deep as well. Thole swings and just tips that one foul. So 1 and 2 now to Thole, 1 down. Back-to-back singles to start off the inning for Michigan. Erickson popped out to first. And now it's 1-2 to the senior, Kiki Thole. That is going to be low and away for ball 2. Full batting, just a touch under 280 on the season. Started off slow this year, but has really turned things around as of late. Reclaimed her team leading 13 home runs. And swing and a miss there for Thole. She goes down swinging. That brings up the scorching hot Ella Stevenson. Ella Stevenson has been on fire as of late. That average has come all the way up to 240. 21 RBIs on the season. The Algonac, Michigan native digs in with 2 on and 2 down. Swings on the first pitch and deposits that one right into the glove of the center fielder. And that will end the inning. And so Michigan will head back out to the field. They strand 2 in the bottom of the first. For the Cornhuskers, due up, it's Samantha Bland, Peyton Cody, and Ava Breadwell.
In a really good job by Kaylin Kinney to get to she started off the inning two runners on base, no outs, and then pitches her way out of it, strikes out Kiki Thole, gets 2 lazy pop-ups. So just a really good job pitching after a tough start. And Michigan certainly that can be an opportunity later in this game that we look at. Michigan had a chance to kind of set the tone early, get a couple runs, but they did not take advantage.
Top 2. Michigan getting warm in the field. And Bland, the left fielder, makes her way to the batter's box. Kiki Thole struck out, but outside of that, it was solid contact all around for Michigan. Stevenson flew out to the center fielder, Brooke Andrews. And now the Chino Hills, California native Samantha Bland will dig in. Swings on the first pitch, lifted into right, and an easy play for Stevenson. Peyton Cody now steps up. Couple of Californians playing in the corner outfield spots for Nebraska. Another right fielder in this Nebraska order, right-handed hitter in the Nebraska order.
It's all righties except for Grenada at 9.
0-1. Misses upstairs. Count moves to 1-1 on Peyton Cody.
Because they only have one lefty, this is not a slap-hitting Nebraska team. They like to hit.
1-1 from Derkowski. Swung on and knocked back into the netting. And you're absolutely right, Coby. This is a Nebraska team that likes to swing the bat. Compared to Michigan, who has a couple of players in the order who really like to play that small ball style. In particular, you look at Indiana Langford and Ella McVeigh. Big cut and a miss there. Strikeout for Derkowski. Cody heads back to the dugout. And Dirk picks up her first K of the afternoon.
And that rise ball from Derkowski just, it looks like it's going to be perfect, and it just goes right above your hands.
Ava Breadwell now steps up to the plate. Derkowski working quickly, fires in for strike one.
In the next pitch, you can contrast that with little off-speed pitch that can just drop right down.
0-1 count, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Dirk. Misses upstairs that time. Rise ball got all the way up to the eyes of Ava Breadwell.
Yeah. I think Derkowski maybe probably didn't want it that high, but she's going to try to use the contrast in the pitches.
1-1. Swung on and lined into right. Stevenson is there for out number 3. That'll end the top of the second. We'll go bottom 2 with Michigan due up. For the Wolverines, it's Janisa Conway, Lily Valamon, Ava Costales. And Conway, the center fielder, has had some good juice in the bat this season. 8 home runs, tied for second on the team with Maddie Erickson. And a little bit of moving around in the order today from Bonnie Thole. Lily Valamont drops down a couple of spots, and the 2 freshman outfielders, Stevenson and Conway, are bumped up. Costales in the 8th spot, McVeigh 9 for Michigan.
And it is certainly a luxury to have someone like Costales in the 8th spot who can really hit. In the 8th spot, still one of the best hitters on this team, and she's just a freshman.
And you want to talk about someone who's been on a tear as of late. Ava Costales with the walk-off winner on Friday. She has been fantastic this season, especially down the stretch for Michigan this last month or so.
Yeah, and that was not a regular home run. She does not hit regular home runs.
No, she does not.
She earns her home runs. I'll say that.
Conway due up for Michigan. Defensive setup for Nebraska. It's Kinney and Breadwell at pitcher and catcher. Left to right across the infield, Gray, Andrews, Kaneda, and Bacon. First pitch in for a called strike. Left to right in the outfield, Bland, Andrews, and then Cody filling out the right field spot. (0-1) to the freshman center fielder Conway, who's been a fantastic piece for Michigan this season as she rips one into center. Gonna drop smoothly into the glove of Andrews for out number 1. Looked good off the bat, but died down. Wind is blowing left to right, maybe helping a touch, if anything, but a breezy day in Ann Arbor brings up Lily Valamont.
Valamont had that key caught stealing on Billy Andrews.
Here's the first pitch to Valamont. Misses low for ball 1.
One thing that's so exciting about this team is because they have so many young contributors in their lineup, and they've kind of separated themselves as the second best team in the Big Ten while being so young.
1-0 is chipped foul, and Coby, that's a great point. This is a Michigan team that last year went 26-24, 10-13 in conference. Already have eclipsed both of those win marks this season, and we've still got a couple of series left to go. Michigan, we already touched on it, 12-0 at home in conference play, second in the Big Ten, right behind Northwestern, with 13 conference wins, only 3 losses.
And those 3 losses, of course, came at Northwestern, 3 tough losses. So they still haven't lost to anyone not named Northwestern in this Big Ten.
32-14 on the season, a fantastic turnaround in year 2 for Bonnie Thole. The 2-1 is taken by Valamont, and it's a good take. Count moves to 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung on and chopped toward third. That's a fair ball. Gonna get all the way down in toward the corner, and it's a single for Valamont. Tucked it right inside the bag. And another base hit for Michigan. Their third of the game. We're only in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, now we get to watch Ava Costales against Kinney, who's had a small bit of trouble with the home run. And she can really hit home runs. She's already got 6 on the season.
Here's Costales, the freshman from St. Clair Shores, Michigan. First pitch up at the eyes for ball 1. Costales went to Lakeview High School. Very familiar with Lakeview. Have some friends that went there. St. Clair Shores right next to Grosse Pointe. Played a couple of Thanksgiving weekend basketball tournaments at Lakeview back in my playing days. As a wild pitch allows Lily Valamont to advance to second. I reached out to one of my friends who I used to work with who went to Lakeview and asked her if she knew Costales, her or any of her sisters, and she said, oh yeah, we're quite familiar.
Yeah.
We're quite familiar. The legend of Costales grows now into Ann Arbor. Here's the 2-0. And again, Kinney unable to locate in the strike zone. 3-0 count to the freshman designated player.
Yeah, Kaylin Kinney does not want to give Costales a hanger here. Even on 3-0, he'd rather give a walk than a bomb.
3-0 on the way. And Costales takes first base for free. So Michigan, again, 2 on here in the second now. That brings up Ella McVeigh. And Michigan in a similar situation. 2 on, 1 up, 1 out.
And one impressive thing about Costales, she has so much power, but she's also patient. She doesn't try to do too much. She has more walks than strikeouts, so just a really all-around a fantastic hitter.
First pitch to McVeigh. Misses the zone, and that's 5 straight balls now from Kinney. McVeigh, the junior shortstop from Des Moines, Iowa. Kinney rocks back, winds, and fires in there for a called strike on McVeigh.
Great third baseman is in, expecting a bunt.
McVeigh just under 300 average on the season. That jumps to 325 with runners on base, up to 348 with runners in scoring position as she takes ball 2. Two, one down. McVeigh taps the bat on home plate, shows bunt. Kinney rocks back as McVeigh pulls it back, swings and misses.
Yes, he tried to just kind of slap that one. Just didn't get to it.
Corners playing just inside the bag as they take a couple of steps back. Here's the 2-2 to McVeigh. Swung on and tapped towards third. Double play opportunity, and the Cornhuskers execute to perfection there. Grounder right to third. They get the force there, and then the throw across the diamond to first for out number 2. So Michigan will have the top of the order when they come back. Still 0-0 with the Cornhuskers due up in the top of the third.
And that's the danger on that kind of slap at the third with runners on first and second, right to Gray, who happened to be standing right on the base pretty much.
So thank you to all of you who are tuning into WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan softball. My name is Kelin, Flynn, Coby, Segal, my partner on today's broadcast. Both of us seniors, nearing the end of our time at WCBN. Coby, I think I'm going to be on the rescheduled Notre Dame game, so I don't think this is my last one yet. Do you have any more left on the docket? It's been a wild ride.
Yeah. I mean, I think this might be my last one actually.
The Coby Segal swan song.
I know. Yeah. This is my legacy broadcast.
Coby, you've been such a fantastic asset to the station over these last couple of years. I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you for all of your time and dedication you've given to the station and the fantastic coverage you've provided.
Of course. And thank you, Mr. President.
It's been a lot of fun these last couple of years. First pitch to Bella Bacon in for a strike. The 0-1 is chopped to third, throw over to first. Nice and easy from Erickson to Thole. And we apologize if our mics are picking up some of the wind that's gusting through here. Again, we're outside, which is unusual for us here at the Hutch. But Nebraska has their own radio crew, as well as the Big Ten Plus broadcast. So we got the short end of the stick as funky out there. Brooke Andrews tried to check her swing. Instead, knocked the ball straight down. Valamount popped up, grabbed it, tagged her out, and there's very quickly 2 down for the Cornhuskers here in the top of the third. (1-0) down. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be just fouled toward the Nebraska dugout.
This is important. You don't want runners on base with Billy Andrews on deck.
Absolutely. And that is lined to second. Deep play made by Langford. Throw to first, not in time. And Kaneda runs that one out. It was right in between Thole and Langford. Langford had to go all the way back into the outfield grass to field it, and the throw to first not in time. So that will bring up Billy Andrews, who worked a walk in her first at-bat. And that's the first hit of the day for Nebraska. Two down, check swing. Andrews did not go around there.
First at bat, Derkowski started Andrews off with an off speed, and now she goes with a rise ball to start.
(1-0) Derkowski sets, rocks back, winds, fires away, and that is ripped foul up and over the netting. Heads up if you're back in a bite to eat behind the grandstand. Again, full day here at the Hutch. The outfield stands very much so full, as well as the infield stadium seats. 1-1 in for a called strike. Nice pitch from Dirk there.
Now with 1, 2, 3 straight fastballs, I wonder if she's gonna drop the hammer.
1-2 to Andrews. 1 runner on, 2 down. Derkowski rocks back, fires away, and misses upstairs. Again, went to the fastball there. Rise ball. Derkowski bringing the heat here against Andrews.
This is a key at bat in this game. Andrews is capable of making a lopsided score in a hurry.
2-2 on the way, and it's chopped into the netting.
It went a little lower that time. Those pitches have been up, though.
Still 0-0 in the top of the third frame. 2-2 to Billy Andrews. Pitches in there and just misses. Derkowski tried to pull the string and couldn't quite paint the corner.
Yeah, if she can potentially throw that same pitch for a strike, it's going to be important.
Count is full. Payoff pitch on the way. And that is lined straight to Erickson at third for the third out of the frame. Maddie Erickson getting a lot of work at the hot corner. And we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Michigan looking to put some runs on the board, and they'll have the top of the order to do so. Sealer, Langford, Erickson due up for the Wolverines in the bottom of the third stanza.
They called the hot corner for a reason, as that was lined right at Maddie Erickson, but she is a fantastic third baseman.
And despite giving up a couple of hits early, Kelin Kinney has done an excellent job of getting out of a couple of jams. In the first and second innings, Michigan had 2 runners on with 1 out or less. Then Kinney able to work out of the jam.
Yeah, and for Wolverines, they got the top of the order back up. Start out the game with line drive from Sealer and a bunt from Langford. But the Wolverines can continue to put 2 runners on base. They will eventually score, probably.
Ellie Sealer back in, singled in her first at-bat. Average up over 370 on the season. Swings in the first pitch and pops it foul up over the Nebraska dugout into the stands.
Sealer's probably going to try to do the same thing she did in her first at-bat.
Cannot say enough good things about Ellie Sealer and her impact on this team as a junior. The 0-1 misses. Count is now even at 1 apiece.
You could not construct a better leadoff hitter in a lab.
Sealer with excellent speed, hits for unbelievable average and good power as well. 14 extra base hits on the season. 1-1 is lined into left, and that is a fair. Oh, they're going to rule it foul. I don't know that I like that. We had a tough angle, Coby, but that looked to me like that hit the chalk.
Yeah, it looked. Okay, honestly, from here it looked like it was like an inch to the right, but it's kind of a really hard thing to tell from here.
We're along the first baseline. The press box setup here at the Hutch is all along the first base line, not directly behind home plate like it is at Ray Fisher.
And because of the wind, my scorecard has just vanished.
That is going to be grounded towards second. Throw to first, not in time. Sealer beats it out. 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles after getting robbed of a double that just missed foul. And now Indy Langford up. We saw her lay down an unbelievable bunt in her first at-bat.
And Gray is in at third base, seemingly expecting the same thing. All the infielders are in.
Here's the pitch to Langford. Showed bunt, pulled back. Ball 1.
And if you're Indiana Langford, maybe this time they're in. If you pop one over the third base bag, who knows?
Third base playing about a third of the way in towards home plate. The 1-0 misses again. First base playing a couple steps in from the bag as well. Shortstop and second, both also very shallow.
And you can see left field ready to charge.
2-0 to Langford. 310 average on the season, 1 for 1 on the day. And again, Langford takes. Count moves to 3-0, and it doesn't really matter where your shift is if you can't find the strike zone.
Yeah, no. She's putting some pressure on the Huskers.
Kinney sets, rocks back, winds and fires the 3-0, and she walked her. Indiana Langford reaches on the walk. And again, 2 on, none out. We've seen this story before. Just a couple of innings ago in the the bottom of the first. Kinney able to work out of the jam there, but now Maddie Erickson due up.
Maddie Erickson last time just got under one, pops up to the first baseman, talking to her third base coach.
Bonnie Thole has a word with her 3-hole hitter, Erickson, who again is having a fantastic season, a big jump from her freshman to sophomore seasons. Batting average over 360. First pitch in for a called strike from Kinney. 8 home runs, 34 RBIs on the season. That's a team lead. Oh, 1 to Erickson. Here it is, swung on and lined, and that's going to get into the outfield. Michigan will score 1 run, and the Wolverines take a 1-0 lead here over the Cornhuskers.
And Brooke, well, when Brooke Andrews threw that to second, the Nebraska catcher Bradwell was calling for that to come home, and there might have been a play on Sealer, but Billy Azar, the shortstop, chose to try and tag out Indiana Langford instead.
And Michigan gonna pinch run Maddie Ramey, who's been the go-to all season off the bench for Bonnie Thole. In this kind of situation, Kiki Thole at the dish. And so Michigan now with still great speed on the base paths. Langford at second, liable to score on anything out of the infield. Just a well-struck line drive that made its way out of the infield from Erickson. Erickson's been a two-way star for Michigan this season. We've talked about her prowess at third base and been getting it done at the plate as well. 1-0 to Thole. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent right to center. Langford thought about going for third and instead makes her way back to second.
Yeah, smart play to not go third there. That would have been a pretty easy double play, but just trying to force a throw and maybe it goes wide.
Ella Stevenson now at the plate for Michigan. First pitch to Stevenson, misses low. Langford thought about going to nab third, but a good play defensively from the catcher, Breadwell.
Yeah, she saw the ball in the dirt, went halfway, and when it did not kick away, made the smart decision to run back.
1-0 is chopped toward third, and it's well foul.
And with Ella Stevenson up, you talked about this jump from freshman to sophomore year from Maddie Erickson. We're kind of seeing some of that jump within the season of Stevenson. So,
and you talk about a number of players in this lineup that have made that jump. Ellie Sealer sticks out to me as well. Junior now, her freshman year. As there's a ball that hops up past the catcher. Both runners will advance. And Kinney bounced in front of the plate, took a hop into the protector of Breadwell and got away from her. So Michigan now with 2 runners in scoring position.
And that's 3 that have gone in the dirt.
2 runners in scoring position. And that ball is laced into center field, going back to the wall. It's off the wall. 1 run will score. Ramey rounding towards home, and she's in for 2 runs and a triple for Ella Stevenson. A bases clearing triple for the freshman right fielder puts the Wolverines on top 3-0.
Yeah, with the sun, with the wind, just tough for Brooke Andrews to judge that one. And on a normal day, maybe she gets to it, but with the wind, just a really tough play.
A towering fly ball into straightaway center. Landed about 2/3 of the way up on the wall. And then the hop allowed the speedy Stevenson to make her way all the way to third. Ramey took a wide angle around third toward home. Bonnie Thole, standing in the third base coach box, had to duck to and dive to get out of the way as Ramey was coming full steam ahead right towards her.
Yeah, she looked like she's coming from the Nebraska dugout to score. What could the umpires be talking about here?
And I'm curious if they're discussing if Ramey left the base path and will be called out. That would be an interesting
That would be a big kind of swing here.
call to make here. And I think they might be going to replay review to take a look at this. And I can't imagine that there's anything else they'd be looking at here.
Yeah, I didn't see them appeal any bases, so it's not on Stevenson. I think it's probably is on if Manny Ramey was on the
Stevenson
baseline.
was in comfortably at third. There wasn't a close play at the bag. Unless there was something we missed where she stepped off for a second or something, but that did not seem to be the case. I'd have to imagine this is regarding Ramey and her wide turn around third towards home.
Yeah, fortunately we're not in the replay room. Can't exactly see what's going on. They're not showing on the scoreboard.
And so after some deliberation from Joe Havenhill and Troy Coy-Kendall, it is ruled that Michigan's 2 runs will stand. So stays 3-0 Michigan. Stevenson still at third and still 1 down with Conway up at the plate for the Wolverines. And the red-hot tear that Ella Stevenson is on will continue. First pitch to Conway. Misses for ball 1.
Conway is a little bit susceptible to the strikeout, most strikeouts on the team. And here's a situation where you cannot strike out with 1 out and a runner on third.
1-0, 1 down, and a big cut there from Conway. Just able to foul it off. Conway a .238 average on the season, 26 RBIs. Takes ball 2 on the 1-1.
Conway also is a freshman, really disciplined hitter. Yeah, she can take her base. Does a lot.
Two one, and that is lined toward first. Takes a hop over the glove of Bacon, and that's gonna score another run for the Wolverines. Conway reaches. We'll see how that's scored, if it's ruled an error or not. Regardless, Michigan tacks one more on here in the bottom of the third.
Conway's first swing, she takes a big hack, swings and a miss. Then she shortens up, just trying to put the ball in play, and with runner on thirds, Stevenson was probably going to score on that anyway, but gets lucky on the potential error.
Still 1 out, 4-0 Michigan lead. Valamont up at the plate for the Wolverines.
That is going to be an error.
And Conway threatening at first with her speed. 7 swiped bags on the season across 9 attempts. Bredwell very conscious of that. Runner goes, throw to second is not in time. Make that 8 on the season for Janisa Conway.
Yeah, and the ball was not a good pitch to throw on. It was low, and Conway in there safely.
The throw from Bredwell over to the shortstop, Andrews, was just a bit high, and Billy Andrews was unable to get the ball down in time to apply the tag, and Conway takes another big jump there off a second. Bonnie Thole playing with some aggressive base running here with a 4-run lead in the bottom of the third.
It's not a Michigan lineup that runs a lot, but Conway is one of the threats.
Only 3 starters today with more than 1 stolen base. And unsurprisingly, it's Sealer with 4, Langford with 11, and now McVeigh with 8. They're the only ones that have gone more than once on the season that are starting today. 2-2 to Valamont. 1 down, here's the pitch. Valamont takes, and count fills at 3-2. The full count. Pitch is fouled off toward third. Still full count to Lily Valamont. .250 average on the season, 24 RBIs. Conway lurking on second. Payoff pitch, line towards short. They'll throw over to first as Conway slides into third. So Valamont is out, but a productive out that advances Conway. Brings up Ava Costales.
And to talk about Michigan doesn't run a whole lot, but Bredwell, the catcher for Nebraska this season, she's let up 90% of attempted stolen bases have been successful on her.
And we've seen Michigan be aggressive early. 2 down. We'll run around third for Costales. Takes ball 1. The freshman phenom that absolutely mashes softballs. I mean, I cannot express enough how much she clobbers these balls when she gets a hold of one.
And in these at bats, I think Kinney knows it too. She has not thrown Costales a strike yet.
2-0 now to the freshman. I saw her hit one that literally hit the middle of the big center field wall that the baseball stadium has, which is a good 20 yards beyond the softball fence. Conway going to take off towards home plate. She's in there. A pass ball behind Breadwell, and Conway alert and uses that speed to slide across home plate. 5 spot here in the third for Michigan.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass ball. Breadwell having a little bit of trouble back there, and Conway does a great job right when she saw the ball get past Breadwell. No hesitation, just sprinted.
(3-0) to Costales. And Costales, another 4-pitch walk. And it's smooth sailing for 24 in white today. She's seen 8 pitches and gotten on base twice for free.
Yeah, just a fun day at the park, just standing there. And, that can also maybe be a little bit of confidence builder. Like, Nebraska wants no part of her.
McVeigh steps in for Michigan. 0 for 1 on the day. Michigan trying to continue to increase their lead here in the 5th. Michigan stranded a couple in both the first and second, and then finally put it all together now in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 to McVeigh. Reaches into the zone for a called strike. McVeigh taps the plate. Slings the bat over her left shoulder. 2 down, here's the 1-1. Upstairs for ball 2.
And McVeigh is a fantastic defender. While she doesn't have that much power, she can still get on base and is a great 9-hitter.
And you mentioned it, one of the best defensive shortstops in the conference. 2-1, swung on and tapped toward third. Throw to first is in plenty of time to end the inning, but not before Michigan's able to strike in a big way. 5 runs pushed across home plate from the Wolverines in that inning, and the big highlight there was the Stevenson triple off the wall that put 2 home.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest plays of the game. When this is all said and done, a few walks, an error. So, I mean, anytime in one inning, if you have an error and you also give up 2 walks.
And a pass ball.
Yeah, and a pass ball. Yeah, and just good job by Michigan taking advantage of it. Especially the top of the lineup, just getting it started. They got it started in the 1st, got it started in the 3rd, and I'm sure they know if Maddie Erickson and Kiki Thole and Ella Stevenson didn't take care of it the 1st inning, they would certainly take care of it this time.
And that part of the order, it's just too dangerous to give them another opportunity like that, and Nebraska paid for it. 5 runs scored in the inning for Michigan, 2 of them unearned. But in the end, it's a 5-run lead for the Wolverines.
2-3-4 for Nebraska. You don't have to face Billy Andrews, but it's a chance for Nebraska if they can put up a few runs, maybe soften the blow of that 5-run inning.
And that's a huge inning for Michigan to pick up there. Both of these games so far have been real tight. First pitch to Sidney Gray. Misses for ball 1. Michigan won 4-3 off the Costales heroic home run in the 9th inning on Friday, and then won a nail-biter 6-5 on Saturday. 1-0 is shot foul. So the Michigan dugout may be able to breathe a little bit easier now with some cushion in their ace in the circle in Derkowski. Derkowski fires away. That is lined into left and gets behind Sealer. Sealer firing towards second. Throw is not in time. And that's a double for Sidney Gray off the left field wall.
Yeah, just really good hitting like Sidney Gray. By Sidney Gray, it looked like she was expecting that off speed because she was right on and just lined it right over the head of Sealer, who laid it well off the wall to have a chance at second, but Gray is too fast.
Emerson Cope takes a called strike 1. Second hit of the day for Nebraska. First runner in scoring position for the Cornhuskers. The 0-1 to Cope. Gray took a big jump there. Valamont with a quick pop. Derkowski sets. Bat over the shoulder for Cope. Dirk winds, fires, and misses upstairs. Michigan rocking the all-whites today. Nebraska with reds with white pinstripes and black accents, black socks, black undershirts. In what's been a somewhat chilly Ann Arbor day. Count is now 3-1 on Cope. Temperature up to 50 degrees and breezy. (3-1) to Cope. Swung on and just tapped foul.
And so I would like to give our fans a little scoreboard update potentially around the Big Ten because Northwestern is losing to Purdue 3-1 currently in the 5th inning. So that's something to watch. Michigan 1 game behind Northwestern.
And obviously Northwestern would have the head-to-head tiebreaker there, but just evens things up a bit as Cope draws the walk. Home crowd did not like that call from Joe Havenhill. 2 aboard now for the Cornhuskers. Derkowski checks around, makes sure her infield's all set. Samantha Bland, the freshman left fielder, due up. One of the 8 right-handed hitters in this lineup for Nebraska. And it looks like we may have a change. Nope, not yet. So it's Bland digging in, but it's McKinley Maleka that will pinch run, be standing on first for Emerson Cope.
Nebraska trying to get their own crooked number put up, but to avoid the crooked number, really important to get that first out as quick as you can.
2 on, none down. Derkowski looking to work out of a jam here. Bland shows bunt, pulls it back, and a called strike. That's 0-2 now on Bland.
Derkowski just 1 strikeout today, so it'd be a perfect time for her second.
And Derkowski has been so good in these spots all year for Michigan. 0-2, Dirk rocks back, winds, fires away, chop right back to Dirk. She'll throw to third, and it gets past Erickson, and that will score a run. The throw to third to get the advancing runner. Tag not applied in time, and Derkowski fielded it. That was tapped right back to her, tried to throw to Erickson at third, and the throw was off the bag. And Michigan's infield will gather together along with Bonnie Thole. I don't think we're going to see a change here from Michigan, but a big turn of events there for the Cornhuskers as they score one and put 2 runners in scoring position off the error.
Yeah, and just not the best decision by Derkowski to throw to third, because you just want to get the out there. Maybe if it's a 1 or 2 run game, maybe you throw to third, but up 5, you're just trying to avoid the big inning.
And so Bonnie Thole will continue to chat with Troy Kendall. The first base umpire. And so the Wolverines will look to reset. Still none down. Peyton Cody steps up for Nebraska. 324 average on the year. Langford with both feet in the outfield grass. Here's the first pitch to Cody, in for a called strike. Derkowski in a tough spot here, looking to get out of the jam without giving up any more damage.
And the infielders are back in this situation. If they get it, they're going to throw to first.
0-1. This is just a touch inside.
Again, if a second run scores, doesn't kill you. But if you don't get an out, that's what's going to kill you.
1-1 on the way, misses up high. An excellent grab from Lily Valamont to prevent any further damage.
Valamont, a freshman catcher, she's only going to get better, but she's already great back there.
2-1. Lifted high and to right, just shy of the warning track, fielded by Stevenson. She'll throw into short. 1 run will score, and they'll hold Bland at second.
And a nice play by Stevenson, knowing probably not gonna get Cope scoring, so throw it to McVeigh.
Second run of the inning crosses for Nebraska. Ava Breadwell, the catcher, now up. Here in the top of the 4th, you're tuned into WCBN Sports live coverage of Michigan softball. Kelin, Flynn, Coby, Segal here on the call. Dirk Wines fires away and misses low. 2-0 on the junior catcher, Breadwell. One down, and that one clipped Breadwell on the elbow.
Oh, they're saying she didn't get out of the way of it.
Havenhill is going to hold her and says, "Don't you go anywhere."
Yeah, if you don't get out of the way, or if you if you lean, if you don't get out of the way, it's a ball. Or I mean, it looks like maybe they're arguing she kind of leaned into it, but
Bonnie Thole's trying to say she leaned into it, but the end result is a ball. Count is now 3-0. Head coach for Nebraska, Rhonda Ravel, trying to argue her case, thinking Bredwell should get to take first for free. 3-0. Called strike. Three, one down. Here's the pitch, line to third, and they'll throw over to first, trying to double them up, and they cannot. Michigan picks up the big force out at first. They hold the runner. Thole fires right back across the diamond to Erickson at third, and just short. It was a fantastic base running from Samantha Bland to dive in there head first and just avoid the tag.
Yeah, potentially a little risky. If she'd have gone out, Cornhuskers would not be that happy, but it worked out.
2 down and called strike to Bella Bacon. And what a potentially big play that could be, and if Nebraska's able to plate Bland at third, that's a huge boost, and the aggressive base running pays off. And Kiki Thole snares that one out of the air, lined right toward first base. Michigan gets out of the inning, not before Nebraska plates 2.
And the two big boppers in the middle can also play the field. Both Erickson and Kiki Thole snagging balls that were hits very, very hard.
So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th frame. Michigan on top 5-2. And Coby, this has been a fun one here. This entire series has been neck and neck. Michigan trying to maintain their 2nd place spot in the conference after what was a somewhat disappointing season last year with the Wolverines finishing toward the bottom of the table. Michigan comfortably in 2nd right now, 3 games ahead of 2nd place Penn State, trying to work up to the top of the table. Northwestern sitting there at 14-2. You just touched on their game against Purdue. And it seems like the key to success in the Big Ten is winning at home. Both Northwestern and Michigan have not lost a contest at their home park so far.
Yeah, and not all of them have been easy wins. Lots of drama, lots of comebacks, walk-offs, everything.
Top of the order for Michigan: Sealer, Langford, Erickson. And it's a new arm in for Nebraska. Caitlin Neal, the righty, in to deal to Sealer. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch finds the zone for strike 1. Sealer pushing that average up towards 380 with her 2-for-2 day. Here's the 1-1, misses upstairs. And so Ravel had enough of Kelin Kinney and decided it was time to head to the bullpen. The 2-1 misses, now 3-1 to the leadoff batter Sealer. Sealer trying to reach base for the 3rd time today. On base percentage just shy of 450. And that will tick over 450 now. as Sealer draws the walk. Indiana Langford now in for Michigan. And speaking of on base, Langford also reached base in her prior 2 at-bats. Singled in the first off of a beautiful bunt and then worked a walk in the third.
And Caitlin Neal has not pitched in 2 years. Unless all of these
Is this her first work of the season?
Are wrong, but
she's thrown 5 pitches all year, and those were just the 5 she threw to Ellie Sealer. And Langford takes ball 1. Langford looking to slap away here again, third base. About a quarter of the way in towards home plate. Entire infield is in. Neal finds the zone there. Counts now 1-1.
There's a chance for Michigan to extend this lead because she's only faced 24 batters in her career. She hasn't pitched in 2 years, and she gave up 3 homers in about 3 innings pitched.
And Sealer takes off towards second as that pitch goes above the head of Langford, and Breadwell unable to pop up and corral it. So a wild pitch advances Sealer to second. Count is 2-1. Two-1 to Langford. Pulls back the bunt, and it's now 3-1 on the sophomore second baseman.
Langford trying to get on base for 3 times in this game, trying to do another leadoff first and second. No one out for the 3-hitter.
Swings and misses that time. Count fills 3-2. No down. Here's the payoff pitch, and that is low. Langford works her second walk of the contest.
And you can see maybe some of the rust because we've seen a couple pitches that are just not close.
And she'll now have to deal with Maddie Erickson. Erickson had an RBI single in her last at-bat. Takes a called strike 1.
Second straight inning, first and second, no outs. See if they can put the same type of crooked numbers they did in the third.
This is the 3rd time Michigan's had this setup. These same 2 on bases. That is lined into center field. That's dropping all the way back to the wall. 1 run will score. Throw at the plate, not in time. Langford's across. A 2 RBI double for Maddie Erickson, and the Wolverines are back on top by a tally of 5, 7-2.
Yeah, Maddie Erickson rips that into left center, and you put 2 ducks on the pond for Maddie Erickson. Well, good luck.
So a runner in scoring position for Thole now as Erickson collects her second and third ribbies of the day. Thole 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first and flew out to center in the third. First pitch, strike 1. Michigan has recorded 7 hits, plated 7 runs, and we're only in the bottom of the 4th. Most runs Michigan scored in a game this entire series. Here's the pitch to Thole. Off speed. Just misses. Thole was frozen there. 1-1 to the senior first baseman. Thole swings there and fouls that one off.
Caitlin Nealon, before today, and 24 batters faced, only 1 strikeout.
Neal winds, fires away, misses just above the letters. Two-two to Kiki Thole. Here's the pitch, swung on, and it's a dribbler right back to the pitcher. So a productive out advances Erickson to third, and Thole is thrown out at first. And that brings up Ella Stevenson, who had 2 RBIs on her triple back in the third.
Kiki Thole was not expecting that off speed. It was a desperation hack.
Stevenson takes strike 1. Appreciate all our listeners tuning into student radio coverage of Michigan softball. 0-1 to Stevenson. Neal rocks back, winds, and fires, and misses inside there. 1-1. WCBN Sports is the official student voice of Michigan athletics. My name's Kelin Flynn, alongside me Coby Segal. A couple of seniors on our last legs here at WCBN. Could not be more excited to be bringing our time to a close with some Michigan softball. 1-1. And that again misses. Stevenson works the count to 2-1 as Breadwell will trot up towards the rubber to talk it over with Caitlin Neal.
And as good as this team is now, potentially maybe some of our disciples will be able to follow one of future teams back to the World Series.
That would be awesome. I'm very jealous of our underclassmen with that might have that opportunity next season. With that being said, I've been very fortunate to get to cover the best run this football team's had in a long time as Stevenson drops that one in. She's racing around to second, gonna go for 3 again. Stevenson sliding into third. You bet. Ella Stevenson, we'll see how they rule it. Got under the glove of the left fielder and the center fielder, Andrews. Made its way all the way back to the wall, and the speed of Stevenson. Wow.
And they give her the triple, as they should.
2 triples on the day for Ella Stevenson, 3 RBIs. I know TJ's fired up in the comments. And how about the freshman right fielder? Getting it done at the dish, did not start the season off hot at the plate, and has absolutely come alive down the stretch. Wow. We'll settle back down as Conway takes strike 1, 1-1 with 1 down for the freshman center fielder.
TJ, I like this one. Maybe Ella Stevenson, little like Ali De La Cruz, flying around the bases twice.
(2-1) to Janisa Conway. And the 2-1 misses low. Caitlin Neal struggling to find the strike zone. The 3-1 to Conway. On the way, lifted into right center, and that will score the run from third. So Conway with the sacrifice fly plates another one for Michigan as the Bats have come alive for the Wolverines. 5 runs in the third, now 4 here in the fourth. And Michigan's potentially not done yet. Bases cleared with 2 down for Valamont. Neal fires away. Valamont takes. Ball 1.
Not only has the hitting overall been good, but the situational hitting for Michigan. Just saw a little sac fly. We've seen some good contact with a runner on third.
Check swing from Valamont, and it's a good decision for the freshman. Say freshman, although it's her second year in the program. Injured last season and now finally getting her time to shine. 2-0. And another take and another ball. Three-0 to Valamont. Here's the pitch. In for a called strike.
It's a really good job by Michigan. Just when first inning they couldn't capitalize, but third and fourth inning they've really stepped on their throats.
Valamont takes ball 4, and Michigan has another one on. This time Costales now up. Ava Costales. Costales has not seen a strike today. 8 pitches, 8 balls. And that trend will continue. First pitch in, upstairs.
Of course, if Valamont scores and Michigan holds them 0, they would run rule Nebraska.
That's true.
Up by 8 after 5 innings. Currently up by 7. 9 minus 2.
That's that Michigan math.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what got me in.
2-0 to Costales as she takes another ball. She has seen 11 pitches and none of them have been strikes.
Yeah, no, they
you
won.
think
No
Nebraska's
part.
afraid of Ava Costales?
They must have been watching on Friday.
Two down, 3-0, and Costales sees her first strike of the day on 3-0.
If there was ever a time for Ava Costales to let one rip,
On
this
3-0.
is it. On 3-1.
Here's the 3-1 to Costales, chops it into the dirt, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time to gun down Costales. So Michigan puts up 4 more in the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th with Nebraska trying to hang on and live to fight for another inning. What a fun one this has been, Coby.
It's also bingo day today.
Oh, absolutely. I'm fired up for bingo day. Are you kidding me?
Except I don't know where you get the bingo cards.
I'm not sure
but
either. We
I
should've,
would like one.
Ella Stevenson triple. We'll cross that one
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Come up with our own bingo
Yeah,
card.
I mean, 2 triples. We got a hit by pitch called back. We got a review for out of the baseline.
Still waiting for a Kiki Thole or Ava Costales home run on my bingo card. Derkowski strikes out the side, hasn't hit yet. WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan softball. So glad you're with us here on YouTube, and we'll direct you to join our baseball coverage as soon as this game ends. The Wolverines in a pivotal Game 3 against the Ohio State Buckeyes, just across the way at Ray Fisher.
Northwestern is tied up Purdue in the sixth. An Angela Zadak 2-run bomb.
So Brooke Andrews, the center fielder, holding a bat just outside the batter's box, as it looks like there's some changes going on the Nebraska scorecard. Rhonda Ravel making some substitutions. And this has been a good year for Nebraska, 25-18, 8-5 in the conference, but high hopes with Jordan Ball transferring in from Oklahoma, coming back to her hometown school. I mean, the entire state of Nebraska is the hometown for UNL. But unfortunately, she suffered a torn ACL in the first game of the season. The former ace for the national champion Sooners. Big 12 pitcher of the year. 0-1. Misses upstairs, 1-1 now on Brooke Andrews.
And Nebraska could certainly use the pitching that's been the struggle point. Got a 4.13 team ERA.
That one is lifted foul and just kind of runs along the top wire of the netting before dropping in to the Michigan bullpen. One and two to Andrews. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Derkowski picks up the strikeout, her second of the day. And that's what we're used to seeing from Dirk in the circle. And Malaya Tomes will now pinch hit for Nebraska. .214 average on the season. The freshman steps up to the plate against Derkowski. Check swing, did she go? And Joe Havenhill says no, she did not.
Pinch hitting against Derkowski is a tough
As a freshman?
Assignment, yes.
Dirk rocks back, fires away, and that one is lifted way back, heading toward the wall, and it is off the wall. Heading towards second, and Tomes could have potentially gone for more. A long fly ball that just hits the wall in straightaway center. And no fear from the freshman as she comes up with a big hit.
Pinch hitting against Derkowski. Not that tough for Tomes, apparently.
Billy Andrews now up for the Cornhuskers. Worked a walk to open the day for her, and then lined out in her following at-bat to Erickson at third. Batting average just under 380. Lines that one towards center. Conway can't make the grab. able to grab it and fire it in to hold the runner Tomes at third. So runners on the corners now with one down for the Huskers.
Conway almost with the highlight reel catch. That would have been just a tough one.
Looking to make
to
her
hang
way
on
onto
to.
Sports Center.
Yeah.
So Sydney Gray on for Nebraska. Michigan's infield will gather along with Lily Valamont to talk things over. And these are the kind of situations where you see, I know it's a 7-run game, but you see the trust that Michigan has in Lauren Derkowski and her teammates, this coaching staff. No hesitation that 18 will get you out of this.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's a magician. One out, one pitch could get them out of this jam.
Here's the first pitch to Gray. Gray lifts that one high into the shallow center. Runner will be held, and that's why you have the backup player.
Yeah, I mean,
textbook from Derkowski backing up her catcher.
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of times, you just do that in practice and you say, okay, like whatever, like I'm not gonna need to back it up, but if she doesn't back it up, that's a run.
The throw in to Kiki Thole, who was standing in the circle, missed her glove and then was knocked off course away from Valamont at home. So all of a sudden, maybe that run scores from third, but Derkowski, luckily for Michigan, was there to glove it. 2 down now. Emerson Cope at the dish. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted into left. Sealer tracking, and she's got it. Derkowski works her way out of the jam here in the top of the 5th. Big time stuff from Dirk. Forces a couple of flyouts, and Michigan does not concede any runs despite giving up a couple of hits there in the top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the inning with the Wolverines looking to tack one more on and get out of here with a 5-inning win.
Yeah, just I mean, it's this has been a great game for Michigan. Nebraska's threatened a few times, but Derkowski's done a great job of getting out of it. Only 2 strikeouts, so maybe doesn't have her top stuff today. It's tough in the cold, but just doing enough, not walking players, and in the Michigan defense, they have had a few overthrows, but the actual plays they're making, especially Maddie Erickson, Kiki Thole. I don't think McVeigh's even gotten a ball yet today, but the defense for Michigan's been great.
Speaking of Ella McVeigh, she is due up first for the Wolverines. I was a little upset that we weren't going to get Sealer, Langford, Erickson for what would have been, I believe, the 4th time today to open up the inning. Umbrella by Rihanna means Ella McVeigh is up at the dish for Michigan. 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to lead off the inning for Michigan with a base hit. Sealer shows bunt, pulls it back. Count moves to 1-1 as we have another new arm in for Nebraska. Cornhuskers make another change. And it's Ashley Smith. As that's lined right back to first for the out. And it is Cope that moves in to pitch. So Cope got the start as the designated player today. And has moved into the circle. So 1 down for Sealer. Cope winds, fires away, in for a strike.
She's 4th in Big Ten in saves.
Looking to keep Michigan from pushing one more across and ending this one. 1 down, 0-1 to Sealer. Sealer takes strike 2.
Chance for Sealer to start off another little rally here. Or could be her 3rd straight inning.
2 for 2 on the day is Sealer. Swings at that one, chops it towards second. Sealer trying to leg it out and unable to reach for the first time today. And so a pinch hitter for Michigan, Avery Fantucci, in for Indiana Langford. Fantucci in for Langford. The Atlanta native has been a Swiss Army knife off the bench for Bonnie Thole this season. Can play all over the infield. First pitch in for a strike.
Last at bat was against Michigan State.
Fantucci swings and lifts that one into center, and that's an easy grab for Andrews. So that will end the inning. Wolverines go down 1-2-3 for the first time today. As we head to the 6th inning, top 6. Michigan up 9-2 over Nebraska. Northwestern playing Purdue. And something that we've been keeping an eye on today. Boilermakers had a 3-1 lead and then gave up a 2-run blast as that game was tied up. Kelin, Flynn, Coby, Segal here with you on a 50-degree day and breezy day in Ann Arbor. But that doesn't stop the red-hot bats of the Michigan softball team from continuing to mash softballs. Couple of triples from Ella Stevenson. That makes up 2 of the 8 hits today for Michigan.
Yeah, it's been breezy for us up here, and it's been breezy for the Wolverines down there. Northwestern Purdue right now on the top of the 7th, tied at 3-3.
So here we go. Lauren Derkowski worked out of a jam in the top of the 5th. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Samantha Bland at the dish for Nebraska. Takes strike 1. Bland 0 for 2 today. Reached on a funky play in her last at-bat. It was a fielder's choice right back to the pitcher, Derkowski. Derkowski tried to throw over to third to get the force there. It was a poor throw over and allowed a run to score and Bland to reach. Bland lines that one to McVeigh. Gets her first action. Throw to Thole is good for the first out of the inning.
And Derkowski's trying to get her 10th complete game on the year.
Peyton Cody now. Cody struck out in her first at-bat, pops that one up. McVeigh calls off her teammates and lost it in the sun. And McVeigh tried to go over the shoulder and haul that one in, unable to.
Yeah, just by the combination of the wind and the sun made that kind of a tough play. Those are situations where if you're the shortstop, you have a priority, but if you obviously there wasn't a fielder out there to help her, but if that ball's maybe a little to the left, maybe if McVeigh doesn't see it, she can communicate that to Maddie
Sealer was
Erickson.
crashing down, and just a tough play for Sealer to make. Got kind of spun around looking into the sun and lost the ball. So Bland reaches for the second time today, still without a hit. And that one is tipped off of the body of Breadwell, just clipped her. And so 2 on now for Nebraska. 1 out. Bella Bacon due up.
Yeah, this is a chance for Nebraska to get something going.
Bottom of the order for the Huskers. Ball 1 on the first pitch to Bacon.
How about Lily Valmont back there? A steel wall.
The 1-0 is swung on and chopped into the middle, and that's going to get through. And Lacqua can't get there, who's in at second now. And both runners will advance on the throw home. 1 run scored, and then the throw in was tipped by Thole, who tried to jump up and grab it and redirected away from Valamont.
Yeah, it looks like if she doesn't catch it, looks to be somewhat online, but yeah, Nebraska is threatening here a little bit, and we've seen Michigan come back from big leads, but this Nebraska team with their offense can certainly do the same.
Bonnie Thole talking it over with her squad, trying to give them some direction here as Nebraska has themselves in a tremendous position to tack some more runs on.
Last time Andrews struck out.
Brooke Andrews steps in for the Cornhuskers. Runners on second and third. Derkowski looking to keep this game out of reach. Michigan with a 6-run lead, 9-3. Highest scoring game of the series so far. Dirk fires away. That is lifted into shallow right, hauled in by Alakwa for out number 2 in the inning, and that's a big out to pick up there. Kaylin Kinney now up. And that means you avoid potentially seeing Billy Andrews with 2 runners in scoring position if you can pick up the out here. First pitch to Kaneda. Called strike.
Derkowski attacking Kaneda, who's got 1 hit in this game already.
Oh, 1. This is upstairs. Kaneda showed bunt, pulled it back. Coby, I'm expecting Nebraska to be aggressive in their base running here if Kaneda is able to put one out of the infield.
Yeah, if she hits the outfield, you bet Bacon's will score.
Derkowski just misses upstairs that time. 2-1 on Kaneda.
Instead of someone bringing home the bacon's gonna bring itself home.
2-1, 2 down on Kaneda. Fouls that one off. Counts now 2-2.
Kaneda, tough hitter to strike out. Many in this Nebraska lineup are.
2-2, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Kaneda. Joe Havenhill not going to give the call to Derkowski. Valamont held that one there for a second, tried to frame it like an expensive piece of art, unable to get the call. Count is full. Here's the payoff pitch, and that is lifted deep and just foul. That would have been a 3-run bases clearing home run from Kaneda, but it was a couple feet to the right of the right field foul pole. That ball was hammered, Coby.
Oh, she thought she had it. She ran around the bases as well.
Bonnie Thole immediately had her hands up to say foul ball, foul ball. Joe Havenhill, the home plate umpire, right there with her.
She almost got her team right back in this game. But, I mean, that is going to be in Derkowski's mind, but you can't just walk her because Billy Andrews is on deck.
Absolutely not. Do not want the bases loaded for Andrews. Payoff pitch is hit into left foul territory. Sealer ranges over to make the grab. Michigan escapes the inning, only giving up 1.
Huge from Derkowski. Didn't get the call. Called strike 3 that she wanted. Almost gives up a 3-run homer, and then comes back with a nice pitch.
9-3, Michigan over Nebraska. As we head to the bottom of the 6th here, you are tuned into WCBN Sports live coverage of Michigan softball. Kelin, Flynn, Coby, Segal. Bottom 6, Coby. I don't know if Michigan's bats get going here. This might be the last inning. As we watch Owen Crane make his way up the steps. Current president of WCBN Sports coming to say hello. Alex Miller, along with Owen, have taken over the station. Alex is on play-by-play for Big Ten Plus broadcast today, which I'm hearing from people in the comments section and from Owen that there's been some issues there. So we're more than happy to have you all tune in to WCBN.
This is a fun game.
(9-3), Wolverines lead. It's Erickson who's first up for the Wolverines. Erickson's had a couple of big hits today. RBI single in the 3rd, 2 RBI double in the 4th. Contribute to her 2 for 3, 3 RBI day. First pitch is ball 1.
These 3 wins these 3 potential wins could be very important.
Chopped into the dirt, and they're going to rule it foul. A late call. So Erickson will head back to first. Count is 1-1. Coby and I outside here at the Hutch. It's cold. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
Yeah,
not warm
it
out
is.
here.
But cold is a mindset.
It's all upstairs.
A
It's all in
youth
your
baseball
mind.
coach once told me that.
1-2 to Erickson. She just fouled that one off. Here's the pitch. Misses low and away.
When looking at some softball bracketology, and I'm seeing Nebraska, but I'm not seeing Michigan. So if Michigan were to sweep Nebraska, that was obviously that was before this series, so it could be big for the tournament resume.
Here's the 2-2 to Erickson. She clobbers that one toward the parking lot. Off the roof of a car. Took a hop first, so I don't think
Yeah,
there's
and
gonna be
maybe
much
came
damage.
close to the ambulance. Might have to call an ambulance for the ambulance.
Still 2-2 to Maddie Erickson, the sophomore third baseman who took a huge leap from her freshman to sophomore season. 2-2 on the way, up at the eyes. We touched on it earlier. Ellie Sealer, somebody that took a similar leap from their freshman to sophomore season. Sealer, fantastic defensively as a freshman, but not as strong at the plate. Her sophomore season, batting over 300, had a big season as Erickson fans at strike three.
A rare strikeout for Maddie Erickson. Just her 9th of the season. It's a great combination of contact and power. She will not walk very much.
Kiki Thole steps in to the right-handed batter's box for Michigan. One down, none on for Kiki.
Really an interesting contrast between 3 and 4 hitters, Maddie Erickson and Kiki Thole. Both have power, but get to it in different ways.
1-0 to Thole on the way. 2-0. And I've mentioned it on a couple of softball broadcasts I've done earlier this year, but Kiki Thole actually testified in front of Congress earlier this year regarding NIL and compensation for student athletes. A really cool opportunity for a member of the University of Michigan, a Michigan student athlete, the Michigan softball team, to have Kiki Thole there to discuss her experiences and her thoughts on NIL, which is the new wave. It's here, folks. It's here to stay.
It is. Need to get
3-1 to Thole.
Need to get some broadcaster NIL. We're doing this for free, folks.
3-1 on the way, and Thole takes first base on ball 4. Brings up Ella Stevenson, who you want to talk about
Oh, yeah.
someone who might be earning some NIL money after this
Yeah.
hot streak she's on. 2 triples today, 3 ribbies. Only a freshman, but has really taken that, you kind of described it as taking that sophomore jump in the second half of
Yeah.
her freshman season. And Karkabura will pinch run for Thole. And Stevenson heads back to the plate looking to continue her dominance at the dish.
2 triples already today.
First pitch, ball 1.
If I had to choose player of the match, I think it would be her.
I tend to agree. The 1-0 on the way. That is hammered into left field. Back to the wall. It is gone. A 2-run shot for Ella Stevenson. Have a day. 2-5. Ella Stevenson. Oh my goodness. 2 triples, a 2-run blast here in the 6th. A 5 RBI day, and that's the icing on the cake in this one. Michigan run rules Nebraska in Game 3, and the Wolverines complete the series sweep, maintain a perfect home record. Wow, how about that? This freshman is scorching at the plate.
2 triples and a not walk-off home run, but a game-ending home run, and both of them they were all to different parts of the field. First one was to dead center, second one was to like left center, and then opposite field to left, just that much power the other way. I mean, just a freshman, but get ready. She's gonna be big time soon.
Well, that is it from Carroll Hutchins Stadium, Alumni Field. Coby, your last time on the mic for WCBN. Any closing thoughts you want to add or anything you want to say before we sign off?
I hope to see Michigan in the next bracketology. That's what I'd say, but I mean, just a very fun broadcast that we got to do. All of the sports, and softball has been among the most fun sports I've done. So, yeah, just thank you to whoever's listening now, whoever's listened in the past, and yeah, it's been a fun 2 years.
Well, thank you, Coby, for everything you've given to the station. You've been a very integral part of our operations these last couple of years and have stepped up in a big way on a number of broadcasts. So with the former director hat on, I say thank you, but as a friend and a member of the club, just want to say thank you for everything you've done here. And go Blue. With that, we'll be signing off for Kelin, Flynn, Coby, Segal. You want to sign us off one last time?
Yes. Okay. I'm not really sure how to sign this off, but Michigan wins 11-3. Goodbye and go Blue.